Are we live?
No. Yes. Yes.
We live?
Yes.
Okay, so I ain't gonna curse.
Make sure the camera is right. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hold up. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live?
Bro, you, man. Queens native.
Queens native, man.
Queens native.
We go way.
Professional basketball player. 12-year career.
Yeah, still going, bro.
Still going. So, I guess I'm gonna start at the beginning. Born in St. Louis. Grew up in Queens. I mean, I bounced around a little bit. But
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, bro. Where did your passion come from?
It was how much fun we had. You know, like we weren't in the highest league, but we had fun. Like every game was fun.
Let me make sure the camera's right. Let me make sure the camera's tight. Are we live? Oh yeah. Let me make sure it's right. Let me make sure it's tight. Are we live? Oh yeah. Big Fleet, CO here. Back at it again, y'all. Back at it again. Oh, we live. Episode 40, y'all. Oh, we live. Episode 40. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me today, locking in with me as I bring y'all the latest edition of All We Live. As always, like, share, comment, save this episode once I post it. And as I let y'all know before, I'm on Anchor now. I'm on Spotify. So once this is recorded, that episode will be posted so you can listen to the audio. We rocking, y'all. Just stay tuned with me, y'all. Stay tuned with me. Have a great show ahead. I want to stop and say thank you to Mr. Jannar Harrison for jumping on with me last episode, bringing me and us his story. Great story. Just a great guy. Go ahead and listen to that. Go ahead and watch that when y'all get a chance. But I got a very special guest today. We're going outside the boroughs today. And we're going to get a brother in here from White Plains, a White Plains legend. And we're going to get this brother in here and rap with him for a second. I see some people in the house today. They already rapping. I got my brothers in the house. Mike Troller's in the house. Ty's in the house. Manny's in the house. Torian's in the house. Appreciate y'all for jumping in with me. Appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. Are we live? We live. Let me go ahead and throw in here who we'll be talking to today. So if y'all can see that picture, that brother there is Mr. Torey Thomas. So we're going to be rapping with him today. We're going to be bringing y'all his story. His basketball journey is amazing. And we'll get him in the house in just 1 second. As I said, I am now on Spotify, and I am now, y'all, Spotify and Anchor, y'all. So lock in with me when you can. All episodes, your favorite episodes are posted. Y'all can go ahead and go back and watch that. And you know, All We Live is just growing, y'all. All We Live is just growing. Looks like Mr. Torey Thomas is in the house already. Let's see if we can get an invite over to the brother and get this great conversation going. See if you join. Like I said, y'all, like, share, comment, save this. Let's see if we're good to go.
Going on?
My man, how you feeling, man?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
Good, man. Just came off a little flight from Houston, trying to, get in. Sorry for the delay.
Nah, it's all good, man. You just left my stomping grounds. Like I told you, I'm out here in Houston, man. Yeah. So, Torey, man, thank you so much for doing this with me, brother. For taking a moment to just rap with me, man. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Appreciate the invite.
No, absolutely, man. I spoke with one of your former teammates, Kevin Hamilton,
Yeah.
and he recommended that I rap with you, man. And so, I'm so grateful to
No
have the
doubt.
opportunity to
Appreciate
do
it.
this.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So, if you could give me a moment, man, I just want to introduce you the proper way, kind of give you your flowers, and we can get this going, man.
All right.
Appreciate you. So, if you don't know who you're looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, we got another great on the show, a great ball player coming out of White Plains. This brother had an amazing career at Trinity Catholic in Stamford, Connecticut. Turned that high school career into an amazing collegiate career at Holy Cross. Played there for 4 years and just was an amazing player there. Parlayed that into a 14-year professional basketball career. He's still playing right now, playing in Poland, playing in Sweden, to name a couple. Please, y'all help me welcome to the show, Mr. Torey Thomas.
Oh, man, thank you. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, brother. Me. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. So I'm gonna just jump right in, brother. From the outside looking in, it seems like you're attached to the game for so long, right? You've been attached to the game for forever. But I'm just curious, man. When were you introduced to the game? What sparked this love that you have for the game?
I'm actually at the park where I'm at right now on Ferris and White Plains. That's how I got introduced. I live right down the street, 70 Ferris. So Ferris Avenue has a park at the end of Ferris. That's why I got introduced. Probably like 9 years old. Just migrated to the court. And then from there, my love for the game, manifested through being able to be at the park all the time, picking up a basketball, being able to shoot a basketball at a young age, and seeing a ball go in. Basketball is a beautiful sport. So that's how I got it. So I would say around 9 years old would be a time when I was really like, oh, I really like this game.
You really like this game. Got you. So, like I said, I'm originally from Queens. The 5 boroughs has this, basketball is life in the 5 boroughs, right?
Yeah.
But you grew up in White Plains. Can you speak on the basketball culture there growing up?
Yeah, we had a big basketball culture because, remember, it wasn't a lot of AAU teams back when I was going on. So White Plains not a big place, but it was basketball players coming out of it, like just being able to play the game. So it was called Winbrook Pride Wildcats, an AAU team that's created by Randy Harper and Mr. Jenkins, So what happened is they put together a team, and we was able to practice right on Ferris inside Church Street School, where I went to elementary school. And from there, you would try out all year people would try to get on the team, and he took the best, like 12 to 15. We ended up going to national tournament, which was in Green Bay, Wisconsin at the time. We were the first team out of White Plains to win that tournament.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so it was kind of a crazy situation. First time taking the airplane. We landed in Green Bay, Wisconsin in the summertime, and it's snowing. This is a true story.
Freezing out there. It's cold.
Freezing, even in the summer. It was summer, of course, in New York. Like right now, around this time in July, and it was snowing off the plane.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was the first time. But White Plains has a good culture. We created a real culture up here on Ferris Avenue on White Plains now with basketball players, athletes, football players that really want to go play in college. So that was a goal of mine when I seen that I could make it out like that. I could come back and bring it back. So we got a good culture up here on Ferris Ave, where I'm from. The park, Gardella Park that we have. Like, I'm up here right now, just finished talking to some players, doing some things, because we go on the Nationals in Orlando, my 17th. I got the Gold Torey All-Star. So we just created a legacy from that. So I got an AAU team from like 8 years old to 18. Like dope. 4 or 5 different teams, 8 years old to 18, right here in this park right now. So I was like, let me, get up here, tell you about how it go. And we got some good up here in White Plains as, we're not the city. We don't never claim to be the city. We 914. We comparable to what we need to be comparable to, because we got real fundamental, basic basketball that, and if you got heart, you could go up against anybody. So we just tell people, we gave that platform. We're not the boroughs or nothing. We White Plains, we Ferris Ave. But you know what I'm saying? We respect everybody. We just we just garnering our respect now.
Absolutely. That's That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. There's great hoopers everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Great hoopers everywhere.
Right. I know five boroughs, we have a certain type of
But
pride.
the mecca of basketball is coming out of New York City, the five boroughs. We can't deny that. But there's ballers everywhere.
Everywhere. So you being an inspiration for these kids, like I said, you at the park right now.
Yeah.
Some of these kids are looking up to you, but I know all of us coming up, we looked up to somebody coming up. Somebody's game attracted us, to look up to. Can you speak to anybody that you were looking up to when you were coming up, whose game was like, damn, I want to, try to be like him?
Yeah. So for me, like in White Plains in 1999, I was in like 8th grade, right? So like that 8th grade, like that, and 8th grade going into 9th, and the team that won White Plains High won. I wasn't gonna go to the school because I already had something mapped out to go to Trinity Catholic, but they had a 3-headed monster there that was good. It was Kyle. It was Kyle Jones, Kareem Washington, and Larry Onion. Rest in peace to Larry Onion. Them 3 out of White Plains was good basketball players, and they won the state championship. They won it in White Plains. So I was like, oh, man, that's really great to be able to win the state championship and all that coming out of the city. Before that, in 1994, when I was only like 9, when I really liked basketball, I remember seeing White Plains win it again, and a guy named Jarek Harris, who's from, live on Ferris, like an older brother, he won it. And I've just seen that type of basketball being played. And I was like, man, I really want to do that. I want to play varsity ball. I want to win a state championship. So that's how it was. I was inspired by the events around me, and that was what it is.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope, man. So, like you said, coming up in White Plains, right? Mm-hmm. You just mentioned that you went to Trinity Catholic.
Yeah.
But Trinity Catholic is in Stamford.
Right.
What goes into the decision about you deciding to commute there and go to high school there?
Yeah, so I played at Don Bosco in Portchester. It was like a CYO league. Played like 60-something games that year, like a real live schedule.
Okay.
Practices, basketball, back and forth. And I met family called the O'Leary family.
Okay.
And the Salvatore family. So them 2 families are from Stamford, and kids, Scott and Jimmy, we became good friends through playing on these games. Okay. Their parents said, Jimmy, Mr. O'Leary, Mike O'Leary said, you should maybe think about coming to Trinity, take this entrance exam. So my coach, Bill Walsh, which was about Don Bosco coach, drove me up to Stamford. I took the entrance exam to Trinity, and I got in. So now the decision's on me. Do you want to go here, whatever? And I was like, you know what? Man, playing at Don Bosco, seeing the success we had, White Plains was great. It was a bigger school, like 2,500 kids there, 40 kids to a class. Maybe I could take it over here, just change my whole trajectory of my life and my recruitment and everything. So that's what made me. I made the decision on my own. My mom supported my decision. She just asked me whatever makes you feel good and what you want to do. It was a good challenge for me. And man, that's the history, going there, commuting every day from White Plains to Stanford.
So you was going from White Plains
I was going back and forth.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, taking an iBus to the train station, shuttle into Trinity. Overall like an hour trip every day, getting up at like 6 in the morning, running down here. Luckily, I live not too far from the bus station, running down the bus station every morning and catching the bus, man.
That's dedication, man. That's dedication. Yeah.
So at an early age, I knew that I wanted to do something with my life, and it was going to take some sacrifice. It was going to take dedication. I knew this. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go full throttle with it. And that was the best decision I could have made.
Absolutely. That's amazing. I love to hear that. So Mike Walsh is the coach at Trinity during your time there, right?
Right.
And from what I was reading a lot about, he's a pretty legendary coach there, being there 40 years and stuff like that.
Right.
What influence did he have on your game, while you was there, playing at Trinity Catholic?
So basically, Mike Walsh never seen me play, so it was no recruitment. So when somebody don't see you play, don't know nothing about you, you got to earn their respect. Right. Coach Walsh, was able to see me. He seen what type of person I was and what type of heart I had. And basically, he could put you in front of different scenarios because he's a great scouter. So he could look at different players, look at your game, and tell you what you need to work on, handle that. So that was the biggest thing, like being able to put the ball in my hand maybe like halfway through my freshman year and I was a starting point guard on varsity like halfway through my freshman year.
Wow.
And that's how I go. So halfway through my freshman year, that's how I was able to. And he gave the ball, put the ball in my hands, let me go through my growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the finals all 4 years that I went there. So I was as a varsity starter.
Wow.
I played 4 years in the state championship, won 2, got player of the year, only lost 9 games as a starter. So we had some big time situations that, you know, we took it step by step, and I was able to get in, you know, get my grounds, my feet wet, you know what I mean, get my mind right, and that was sky's the limit from there. But Coach Walsh is a very good scouter, very good, tell you about the other opponent, what you need to work on, what you need to do, and that's how we made it happen.
Wow, that's crazy. Being a 4 year, everybody don't get that opportunity to play 4 year starter, you know what I mean, in high school. Yeah,
that was
crazy.
serious for us, you know what I mean? And I always expected to get to the state championship.
Right.
And that was when you expect it, you work so much harder for that. Because some people don't know what it feels like to win games. How about winning a state championship?
At all.
Like when you come from that, you know that winning is more important than any statistical category.
Right. Absolutely. So you were a smaller guard in Stamford, right? 5'11", 6 feet, right? Normally those guys have to, you know, earn the respect on the floor. Guys don't just look at you and be like, okay, he could go. Right?
Exactly.
You gotta earn that. How did you do that? How did you earn that
I would say
respect from your peers?
I would say through my leadership. Just really, I came to work every day. I worked hard. So I didn't. If you didn't think that I was gonna crawl up your chest, I held myself accountable, and I'm gonna hold you accountable because I worked hard. But on the other flip side of it, I played defense. So if you thought that you was gonna do anything around me just because I was a small guard, that wasn't what was happening. So when you have that type of real like hunger, like I wanted it, so I knew it come from defense first. You win the respect through your leadership and defense, and then when you start putting your offensive package together, and then you scoring and you assisting and defense, you running on loose balls, you demonstrative on the court. You're not just calling people out, you doing it yourself. So that's how I earn the respect of my peers.
Nice, that's dope.
Being there too, like most people don't know, teammates is being there for your teammates too. Things don't go right, you're not throwing them under the bus. You're not saying different things. You like, yo, we gonna do it together.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So, you know, iron sharp as iron, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you didn't become great merely by yourself, right? There was guys that pushed you. Can you speak about any guys that pushed you?
Man. So when I was
Plains?
growing up, like the Winbrook Pride team pushed me because I was the youngest kid on the team. I was 11 when they was playing 13s. I was playing 11, so I was being pushed early. I was playing up. Yeah. And a guy named Jay Harper, who was the leading scorer, he broke Jawan Howard's scoring record of that tournament. We went 12-2 to win it, and he was probably the best 7th, 8th grader in all of like top 10 in the country.
Wow.
We playing with him, so you have to guard him. He was very stronger, smarter, more cerebral. So that's guys that, you know, that from going up. Then I get to college, and you got guys like Kevin Hamilton, Jave Me, who's in the Hall of Fame. Those are the guards I'm playing with, guys that's in the Holy Cross Hall of Fame. You know what type of guards they're? All-American guards, tough guards, New York City guards. They push me. You know what I mean? Kev was my shooter guard, but he could play point. He had excellent defense. We play ones and ones and ones all the time. Little things he would talk to me about, things I could tell him about. So I was getting pushed, you know what I mean, from as a young guy, but then all the way up into college and
all the way through.
All the way through. So like, and I'm not afraid of the competition.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Some people shy away from competition. I want to see my joint get better, what I need to work on. Somebody could get the best of you. That don't mean it's over, right? Yeah. Just keep going.
You know, just getting prepared for you over the last 2 weeks or so.
No doubt.
Watching a lot of film, bro. Watching a lot of tape. And again, I wasn't very familiar with your game.
No doubt.
Now I feel like I can have a conversation with a dude like, yo, Torey Thomas, this is who this is, right? I just been watching a lot of your game. But you know, again, getting prepared for this, your senior year at Trinity Catholic was amazing, right? I mean, y'all won a lot, but your senior year, Connecticut State champion, first team All-State, you get New Haven,
Yeah.
Registered Player of the Year.
No
All
doubt.
of this kind of stuff. That's all cool, but when do you realize you can play on the next level?
Yeah, so like to be real with you, before that I had my aspirations to play Division I. That was just what was on the table for me. Just
Okay.
my mind. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just know keep working at it, keep
Okay.
developing. But my senior year, I had a big rude awakening because we played in the county center in White Plains.
Okay.
So we lost to White Plains High, my second game of my senior year. And, the whole city, they was happy. Everybody's happy, like, oh, they beat us. But for me, it cranked on something different. It made me really like, yo, you could lose a game, but the battle, the war is still here where you got to turn up. So from there, 25 wins later, state champion, conference champion,
Right.
city champion,
Right.
player of the year, all of that could happen, but you got to sometimes lose a game, a tough game that you don't want to lose in order to be where you at. So I knew that was the key for me. And once we started winning those games and we got all these coaches coming into the gym, we had everybody seeing halls to go see it, UConns, Dukes, because we had Dave McClure who went to Duke play with me. All right. Craig Austrie went to UConn, play with me. Mikey Triboli goes to Vermont. I go to Holy Cross. But at this time, I'm there. I'm a senior. I got University of Hartford. I got Loyola, Maryland. Fordham, Lafayette. Holy Cross don't even come in the picture till late.
Really?
So at this stage, I'm even contemplating playing. Going to prep.
Going to
see my
JUCO 1 year.
I was going to contemplate it because people were telling me that I was just a late bloomer when it came to the offensive package that I started to be able to display. The defense was there, my leadership was there. But then, to get higher, people want that. But I was very happy with, taking my decision to be able to go to Holy Cross through laws because, prep would have been good, but I was academically okay. I was academically good. So I was good for SAT.
That's
National
always a plus.
Honor Society. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about my grades. So I never had to go to prep for grades. I would have went to prep to just develop a little bit more of my game. But I felt like I was prepared to go to college, man. So Holy Cross was the school. Ralph Willard came to see me. He didn't come see me playing basketball. He just came to a workout after all of that I did. And our conversation with him in a classroom at Trinity Catholic, I got a scholarship offer. So that's how that went.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just based on a conversation. He felt like I had the tools mentally to be able to be part of his team. Wasn't the physical tools, it was the mental tools.
Got you. And that was going to be my next question, man, because, some people's recruiting process, coming out of high school is stressful. It's stressful. They don't know what's going to happen. It gets right up, on the deadline. They don't know where they're going to go.
Right.
So for you, it seemed like it was a little smooth.
No, I wouldn't call it smooth. I feel like I knew that I had some schools, right?
Okay.
That was on me. Like University of Hartford, I could have said yes to my junior year. Larry Harrison was a coach, great guy. I just felt like when I visited Hartford, that wasn't the place for me.
Gotcha.
All right, that's all it was. I think the coach was good. I think the opportunity was good. So it wasn't, I wouldn't say smooth, but I actually didn't let it. I couldn't control that part of it. What I could control is doing your push-ups, doing your sit-ups, getting right, staying in condition, hitting some jump shots, right?
Yeah.
Stuff that we could control. I couldn't control the recruiting process.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't stressed.
Okay.
I really took it like, the recruiting process is going to take its toll, however it take. I had some good people in my corner. And what I did was I never stopped working. I never thought that I could take any days off.
Got it.
So that was the key.
Okay. Just keep all gas, no brakes. Just all
exactly.
Gas. All gas. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So freshman year, you get to Holy Cross, playing for Ralph Willard. You get the opportunity to play in all 28 games that year as a freshman.
Right.
But what I was reading up on, Torey, is that your first game as a freshman, you come in the game, go for 18, hit like 3 threes, only miss 1 shot, and all of that happens in 21 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Take me back to that game. Why was you so confident? How were you so successful as a freshman?
That was wild. Yo, listen, that was crazy because coming into the joint, you just didn't know what was gonna happen. I had a senior point guard, Jave Mead, who's about to be elected into the Hall of Fame. So he had it, you know what I mean, teaching me a lot of little stuff as well. I didn't know how much I was gonna play in the game, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But when I got my number called, I was ready. I was so ready. I couldn't. My adrenaline was going through me.
Yeah, yeah.
It was indicative of what it could be. But
Okay.
the funny part is, the season didn't go like that for me because I didn't play as much as I felt like I should have played, to be honest with you. And that's as real as it gets because that game, I could have did some of those. I might not have scored 18 a game, but I was always ready to play the game, and I had hard enough to play as a freshman. But things didn't work out all the way. But ultimately, that game set up the rest of my career, honestly, because it let me know I can play at this level.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. No more debate about this level.
Right. Okay. So,
you know what I'm saying?
But at some point, was there a level of being anxious and not knowing if you could play there?
No, I would say, like, until you put the ball in the air, it's always level of anxiousness, how the game gonna go, what you gonna do, how you gonna react to things. Even your coach, how you gonna react to your coach. Ralph Willard is a very tough coach. He's not, he's really a mental coach. He wants to see you get out of mental situations because the game is not just physical. You might be down. Do you believe? Do you have courage to get through it? So that's what it comes down to. I learned a lot through the mental aspect of the game that he would tell you, that he would really bring to you.
Got you. Okay. Well, challenges, adversity, all that stuff kind of comes, when you're making the transition into especially Division I college basketball.
Right.
Can you, aside from, playing for just a tough coach, were there any other challenges that, you had to face and really figure out how to navigate through?
Most definitely. First of all, the work at Holy Cross is top notch. Like it's like an Ivy League school without a curve. They're not grading on the curve. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you talk about hard work, practices, 6 a.m. workouts, film sessions that last 3-4 hours, study halls and all. Yeah, it was real, man. It wasn't nobody doing your work for you. None of that. Not disrespecting no programs. I'm saying we had to do everything. You know what I mean? It's real. You hear these stories about people, oh, they got this, they got that. Nah, it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was really hard. Yeah,
that being a in comparison to a Ivy League school, that's top notch, academics.
So, and we had to do the work. You had to make sure you did the work, be ready. Sometimes they ain't give you no extensions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it was that's what that's what you learn, and that makes you a better person because when adversity hits, you tested, you already ready. Adversity hit, and you ready.
Right.
You're ready because you've been through it. You worried about an 8-page paper, and you got a game tomorrow.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Torey, man, you a winner, man. Like you've won on every level that you've played at, right? Is
it too dark, bro? I'm sorry.
It's getting a little darker. I can still see you, but it's getting a little darker.
All right, give me a second. Go ahead.
But yeah, like I said, you've always been a winner. Winner on the high school level, winner on the college level, winner as a pro. But at this juncture of your career, you in college, the only losing season that I could see was your freshman year.
Right.
Every other time, y'all were first or second in the league.
That's right.
How did Coach Willard promote that winning? I spoke to Kevin Hamilton, and Kev said that, Coach was just all about winning. Can you speak to your experience from playing for him and what it was?
Yeah, so our freshman year was pretty tough because we lost 9 games by the average of like 1 or 2 points through the free throw line.
Okay.
So, we went 13-15, but that could have easily been a 20-win season in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically, that was a problem for everybody because I came from high school winning and all of that, right?
Right.
So basically, we knew that they said it's some, of the whole, like, it's better than the parts. So the whole thing that coach was stressing was, yo, if you bring it together, you're gonna win. If you listen to what I say with the defense, with how we execute our defense, how we execute our offense, playing selflessly, not selfishly, then you're gonna get wins. We was knocking off big teams, and we got 25 win seasons. People spend their whole careers trying to get a 20-win season, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I have 2 or 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
3 of those, like Kev does too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's special. That's special, man. So your senior season, like, you get a ton of individual accolades, right? You get the Patriot League tournament MVP. You win Defensive Player of the Year for your league, and you make first team all league, right? Or conference.
Yeah.
How special was that time in your life? And
man.
You know, your senior year.
I couldn't even put a price on that, because it was like, man, you worked all of this to go out. See, some people have good careers early too in college, and then it kind of fizzes out at their senior years. Now, I'm happy that my senior year was everything. It was because it was when I was gonna leave college, and all of this was happening for me.
Right.
Like, you know, Patriot League championship, tournament MVP, tournament, all Patriot League, like you said, Defensive Player of the Year, all of this stuff, and it's like, okay, everything that I was working for was coming to fruition now as a senior. So I can only be thankful and grateful that I was able to finish up strong through a 4-year, real difficult, you know, situation. So it was great for us. And anybody that supported me and was, you know, there for me was able to join in the celebration of what hard work and dedication looked like. And that was through, you know, 4 years at Holy Cross. That senior year showed accumulation of everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all got a chance. Well, before I get to that, Kev Hamilton had the opportunity to win Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year as well. Yeah. So I asked him, I said, Kev, which do you hold in higher regard? Which do you think? And he easily said Player of the Year. So I'm gonna ask you, Torey, if you could, you know, say one is more important than the other, or I hold one more near and dear, which one would it be? The Player of the Year or the Defensive Player of the Year?
So I'm a defensive guy, so I would say Defensive Player of the Year for me, because that just shows and without defense, you're not winning nothing. Mm-hmm. We know there's Player of the Years that get Player of the Years based on their stat. Defense is calculated.
Right.
You don't just get Defensive Player of the Year just to get Defensive Player of the Year. A group of people some people get Player of the Year based on just their stats.
Right.
Doesn't mean they even had a bigger impact. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm just going by what I've seen.
No, absolutely.
Defensive Player of the Year is you don't just your impact and how you did it. And to be guards getting Defensive Player of the Year is almost unheard of.
It's tough.
That's very tough as a guard. Yeah. So I know we impacted the game a certain way. But to hear your name say, yo, Torey Thomas or Kevin Hamilton Player of the Year, I can understand why anybody would say that's unreal. But Defensive Player of the Year as a guard, that's more remarkable.
That's tough. For 2 backcourt mates to do it on back-to-back years is dope. Right. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize it was like that. It's like that, yeah.
Yeah, on back. I saw that. I was like, on back-to-back years, this starting backcourt was able to get a Defensive Player of the Year. Like that shows, you know, y'all can score the ball. Yeah. But y'all gonna strap. Strap.
Yeah. We was steals. I think he's number 1 all time at Holy Cross steals, and I'm number 2 all time.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
So that's coming from guys from, you know, he's from Queens Village. I'm from White Plains. You know, we're not far from each other. Right. Didn't know each other, and then boom, together.
That's amazing.
You know,
that's amazing.
Down in history.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Another thing that y'all share in common is y'all were both able to play in a game in the NCAA tournament, probably arguably, you know, the biggest stage in college basketball. Can you take me back to that game? What you know?
Yeah, that game was tough for us, to be honest with you. It was a tough Southern Illinois team.
Okay.
For my NCAA game.
Okay.
And it was a 5-point game the whole game, and then they hit a few free throws at the end and winning by about 10. It was a tough game, but they ended up going to like the Elite Eight. It was tough, good defense, scrappy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Southern Illinois salute, because I'll never forget it. But it was in Columbus, Ohio, in front of like 50,000 people, so it was something crazy like that. They filled the whole arena. It was crazy, and we loved it. You know, I mean, I loved every part of that. I would have loved to get an advance.
Of course.
But what me and Kev did, my sophomore year, his junior year, we went to Notre Dame in the NIT and won that game.
Okay.
At Notre Dame, which was a major win for us.
That's a great one. That's a
great win. So yeah, we had some really good memories, a lot of good wins, and a lot of good, you know, just staying on the task, staying on the course.
Right. Okay. So, you know, you've had an extensive and impressive professional basketball career.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know, how did your first opportunity come about overseas? How were you able to get your first job playing overseas?
Well, I had a few NBA workouts. When I got out of school, it was the New York Knicks, New Jersey Nets, Utah Jazz, and Boston Celtics. So that started me saying, "Oh, you could play," because I was getting some looks like that, pre-draft workouts.
Okay.
Then, you know, I got my first job to go to Hungary just for like on some like maybe a little tryout or something. I didn't even know it, but I just wanted to go there, get my feet wet. So I landed Hungary, but only lasted 2 days because I had a job offer fully guaranteed with my teammate Keith Simmons in Turkey. So I took that job. From there, I was there for like a couple months. Wasn't getting much playing time because they got a rule that 2 Turkish people got to be on the court at all time. We have 4 Americans, and they played the 3 other Americans. Keith, the 2 big men, had to play most of the game for us to have a chance to win. So I was kind of like the odd man out. So I landed in Sweden after all of that and played Sweden and got player of the year in Sweden. So my first year out, I just killed it when I got my opportunity to really play. So
25, 7, and 6.
Yeah.
And 3 steals a game as a rookie, you know, going into your professional career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that really set me up to be able to go and get jobs year in and year out, stay consistent. But Sweden was excellent people. They could speak English, so it helps you with the adjustment. Stockholm was a beautiful city. And I was able to play and just get my feet wet internationally, learn the game, you know what I mean, play. And that's how it started. But I went through 2 adverse situations before that, right? I was in Hungary, didn't know what was going on. Went to Turkey, didn't play much. Boom, landed in Sweden after all that, not giving up. And now we here.
Now you're here. That's amazing. So I'm sure all of that adversity, frustration, all of that goes into why you was kicking everybody's ass that first year. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real, man. I didn't know, because I knew that gotta get it in.
Yeah.
You don't get it in, you might not get a call again.
Absolutely.
Calls don't come very far. They don't come often as people think. They just gonna go overseas. Yeah, right. How was that?
Right. So I asked all my guys that, you know, get an opportunity to go overseas and play extensively like you, 10 plus years. You've had so many different experiences. But I'm just curious. You don't have to have all 3, but do you have a good, bad, or ugly story that you could share with us? You know, while you've been playing, you know, all these years over there. Whichever one you want to pick is up to you, Torey. But do you have anything that you could share with us?
Yeah, so like a good story would be my 4th year out in Poland.
Okay.
I was playing for Torey Thomas in Skorzelis, Poland. And it was an excellent year for us. We overachieved. We went into the finals and all that. But in the middle of the year, I was able to donate a pair of my sneakers on an auction that raised like $800.
Wow.
And $800 went to a kid's like an orphanage.
Okay.
The orphanage. And the orphanage was able to feed the kids. Like, in Poland, the money was a little bit lower.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's how it worked. And the money was low. And that's how I was able to, like, you know what I'm saying, do that. And they was like, wow, like it gave them a lot to respect. So they respected an American off the court.
Okay.
Off the court. You understand what I'm saying? That was a good story for me because now I was at orphanage, came to the games with the kids. I was able to come and they really honored it. It was like the first time they ever seen American come do something for their community. I'm playing in their community.
That's dope. That's fine. And just, you know, having the selflessness, having the compassion to be over there.
I like to tell that because it was something that was near and dear, and it just happened kind of like naturally. These kids coming to the games. I'm like, oh, who are those kids? What's that? Just asking questions, and that's how that happened. So that would be a good story. A bad story would be I was in Cyprus semifinals. I told this a few times, but we was about to win, go to the finals, and they started throwing flares on the court.
They started throwing
flares, the flares that
flares. Okay.
Flares, so they slinging flares, and we were stuck in the locker room for like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
was you able to finish the game?
Didn't even finish the game. We ended up awarded the win. They kind of trapped us in, so that would be a wild story that that I had to right in Cyprus. It was in Larnaca, nice, beautiful island right off of Greece in the Middle East. Yeah, like near the Middle East and Mediterranean. Okay. Yeah, Cyprus is a dope place.
Wow. Yeah. I couldn't get out. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
I got video on it to show you and all that too, but it was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That would be a crazy story to hear.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We get into the home stretch, Torey. So, favorite team you played for?
Favorite?
Yeah. You had to pick one.
Like from Europe?
Yeah, all your time playing
so like I really like these two, like, because the fan base playing with Partizan.
Okay, where's that?
Serbia.
Okay.
Belgrade, Serbia, Partizan, because of how the fans are, and also Aris, Thessaloniki, and Greece. Okay. Those two was neck and neck with fans and loudness and just real. So that's being favorite because it's like all my teams I played for, I had just exceptional times because of the things I learned. But fan base and all of that, you would say Partizan, Belgrade.
Gotcha. Toughest cover playing professionally. You a guy that takes pride in defense.
Yeah. So I would say the toughest, somebody covering me and me covering them, all-out brawl, was Patrick Beverly in Russia.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. We played before he made it to the league. He was on like Miami on a contract, but he played for Spartak St. Petersburg.
Okay.
And I played for Spartak Primorye in Russia. So we was playing against each other. It was wild, mutual respect. Both playing defense, picking up full court. It was a slugfest. Went into triple overtime. It was wild.
Yeah, I'm sure that's tough. Pat Beverly, I didn't expect you to say that. That's tough.
Yeah, nobody, y'all.
Yeah, that's tough. That's
real.
Tough. Blacktop question. You headed back to White Plains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you going out. You ain't trying to get off the court. It's you and 4 other guys, whoever you decide to choose. 4 of your guys, it don't matter who you bring to the court with you. 4 and 4 other guys.
Oh man, they could be from anywhere. So it's like
anywhere.
Well,
you just
I would say it'd be my team 914 guys. To be honest with you, so that'd be like Aaron Williams, the problem. Jeff McDermott, Kirk Williams.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My team 914 guys, Joe Mo Belfort. We even had Kyle Cuff on the team. So guys like that, Marvin McCullough. When we was running stuff, it was team 914 when we was coming down from the 9, from here, going down to the city, playing in Rucker, Dykeman, Hoops in the Sun, 145th Street, Tri-State. Yes. So I got to go with the guys that I went to war with. Okay. Brabby Young, those guys that we won money with. $10,000 tournaments. We won that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You said Jeff McDermott and Marvin McCullough. Some tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah. Guys that I played with in the summertime that we ran, we won a lot of games with.
Okay.
Out of team 914.
Okay. So you throw a little round table in the middle of the court, right? Little round table. It's you and 4 other guys. Strictly talking hoops. You want to talk hoops. Who are you talking hoops with? Whose basketball minds do you respect and you want them sitting with you talking hoops?
Yo, that's a great question because like Kev is a great basketball mind. We did a roundtable discussion with me and Jave Mead and him, just talking
Okay.
about our lives. So I like that. But I also like to talk hoops with a guy named Tyrell Biggs with the University of Pittsburgh. That's
Went to
my
Pitt.
guy.
Went to Pitt. Yeah.
Yeah, with the Pitt. That's my main. He's the head coach of my semi-pro team. I
Okay.
like Kiki Clark, Keidra Clark. You can
Okay.
talk hoops with Kiki Clark. He got a lot. T2, so turn. You know what I
Okay.
mean, my man? Yo, Quentin Hosley, you could talk hoops with him.
Okay.
Al Shep. Them guys like the New York City guys, that's right, that we got a real respect. But you could talk hoops with guys that ball and they don't have a real objective opinion on being able to speak about things.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I like that.
Most definitely. So I got 2 questions for you left, Torey. You got a lot going on. Like we started this conversation. You let me know you got a lot going on in the community, right? Your basketball teams, and I'm sure you got other business ventures going on in the community. Can you speak on some other things that you're doing aside from just your basketball teams?
Most definitely. So yeah, like I said, I got the basketball AAU teams, Go Torey All Stars from like 8 years old to 18. But I got also a community center down here that I put a court up right down the street in the middle of our projects called Slater Center. So I got a nice court up so we able to host our games, do our own thing, besides dealing with our city to get approvals for everything. I wanted to create like an ownership, which is no bad will with our city, but sometimes you got to have ownership in a place that you live in. Absolutely. They own everything. No, we could have our own ownership. So that's one of the big things, having ownership with a place that we live in. So I pride myself on bringing that to the table. Mm-hmm. And then we got the kids. We got different programs, food pantries, things that really people don't understand because we run by a city with a whole lot of money, but disproportionate to Black people getting programs. We got a Slater Center with no indoor court, no pool, no classrooms, no nothing. But that's the center that we use. Right. That's the center that we had since I was a young kid that has no real funding. And the city got a good budget. White Plains has a good budget, but they don't spend the money over there. So they'll fix up the little Ferris Park where I'm from because it'll keep the summer league going. But on the real to real, it gives them no yearly programs. You know what I'm saying? Once Ferris is done for the summer, the kids go back to doing nothing. Feel me? So I'm trying to bridge that gap. We got a lot of good people in White Plains that want to help. I'm able to go down to the Winbrook area projects, and we got a court down there in the Winbrook area. Kids and adults are bridging, banding together, and respecting the vision that I have that we could do it together. So I'm big on that, with that going on. So I'm big on just doing. I'll go anywhere with it, and I'll help anybody. And I will collaborate with anybody if you about the kids, you about doing it for real. Because I'm not just here telling you I'm doing it. I'm actually ground level, putting my feet on the cement. You see me, I'm at the park. I'm across the street from the park right now. I'll go down to the court that I have. I'm there every day. If I'm not in town, but if I'm in town, I'm there.
Yeah. You doing the real work, brother. You doing the real work.
Appreciate it, bro.
If nobody has commended you, I while I have you right now, I just want to commend you on everything that you're doing and everything that you continue to do, brother. For real.
Thank you, brother. I'm willing. We all together. I told him it's better when you connected together than you trying to do it individually. So
absolutely.
I think my city is starting to understand what I'm trying to put together. Okay. So the people that really understand is come to me asking how they can help. Everybody can help. It ain't even about no dollars and cents to help. You might just be showing up to watch a game and encouraging the kid is helping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's you.
So
That's you, man. I promise you, man. Just you doing the work, you gonna see how much more support you get.
Definitely
as it grows, man. So keep doing your thing, man. You doing the real work, brother. You doing the real work.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, man. I got one last question for you, Torey. And this is how I was able to have the opportunity to talk to you, man. So before I ask you, can you commit to helping me with your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as you know, this is a pretty new platform.
Right.
I'm really all about showing love to the guys that left a mark on the game. Guys that I've had admiration with and just feel like they deserve their flowers, and that's what I'm trying to do right here. If you could recommend anybody to be on Are We Live,
right?
Who would that be? and can you help me cultivate that like your former teammate Kevin Hamilton
Of
did?
course. I would put Tyrell Biggs on next because of all he's doing with the kids in Harlem that he got. He was a 12-year professional. We won 2 chips together in Cyprus. He's a great person. He got infinite basketball knowledge.
Okay.
Biggs is it, man.
Okay.
So
okay.
I could make that phone call too, and he's with it. So that's how we got our relationship. So
I think
Terrell Biggs, University of Pittsburgh, got some league touches overseas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Multifaceted guy,
Yeah.
taking over the Harlem Children's Program. And he's the New York Generals head coach, which is a semi-professional team. So we got some real people in the corner, man, that I would love for you to display your platform and all the great things you're doing. And us that play overseas and all that, we don't get a good voice all the time because nobody really interviews us like that. So they don't know what it is. But I big up guys like you, A-Game, guys that really, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That gives you your flowers and lets you know that we can all band together. So I appreciate it. But I would tell Tyrell Biggs would be the next call I would make. I could make that happen.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna continue to work with you on the side, and
No doubt.
hopefully we can work to make that happen.
Yes. Shout out to Marcus Brown, who I played against in Bridgeport. Told you. Shout out to him.
That's my brother.
And Kevin Hamilton, who's my brother. Those are real good people.
Yes.
And like the world needs to see good people in a good light. That play basketball, that's not on the street, that's not acting like that, that's really good people, that's for the cause, and we could band together.
Yes, absolutely. Well, bro, this was
me bigging us up is a big thing.
That's it. It's no, and you'll be the first one I'm saying to this out loud, but it's no disrespect. I would love to grow this platform and talk to brothers in the NBA, right? I would love that. But
get that too.
Right, but this is bigger for me. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger for me, talking to guys that everybody may not know. They may not know this story. They may not know how great you are. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I know your audience and the people that follow you and the people that support you, they know who you are and what you bring to the table, but I wanted to bring your story and who you are to my audience so they get to know you and other people that, don't get the recognition, brother.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Word up.
So, again, brother, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with me, taking some time. I'm very grateful.
Yeah, I wish I had a better thing. I was just outside after I came from music, but I appreciate this. And like I said, we're going to get Biggs on the line and whoever else. You got other people. The thing is, when we got organic, genuine people, the phone calls is like this, and people are willing to do it without no explanation. Yo, I need you on the live. Are we live? My man gonna do it, and they with it.
I love that, man. Thank you for the support and the continued support, Torey. Appreciate you. Man.
Appreciate you.
Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you. Man.
Peace, brother.
All right, peace.
All right.
Appreciate y'all jumping in with me. Episode 40 is a wrap, y'all. Episode 40 is a wrap. That was a great conversation with Mr. Torey Thomas. This episode is going to be posted shortly, so y'all can go ahead and rewatch that if you missed it. I'll also have the audio posted on Anchor and Spotify by tomorrow, so you'll be able to rock out and listen to the audio on the treadmill while you're walking your dog, whatever you want to do, you'll be able to watch that. I appreciate y'all so much. Are we live? Episode 40 in the books. I love y'all. It's Flea. I'm out of here.